Hi guys, this is Carrie. Welcome to A Crone's Life. This is my January video. Basically, I'm going to, excuse me, I've got to tip something upright. Basically, I'm going to tell you what I'm working on right now and where I'm heading with things. And hopefully that will make a compelling video for you to watch. First thing I wanted to talk about is my projects. So I'm always kind of doing different fun things. But one thing that always is going on is my journal. And I don't assume you guys have watched any of my other videos, but I feature this journal many times in different videos because it has taken me a while to finish. I want to spend one weekend and just bust out the rest of the pages that I have for it. As of now, over the last few weeks, I've only done 5 or 6 pages. So I have quite a few more to do. And I'm just going to show you what's been going on. So what I do is my daily spread, and I have my 5 cards, and one of them is always just a word. So it's a word to reflect on, it's a word to learn, it's a word to associate to a story or something going on in my life. Just any which way it hits me, it's just a word, and that is my prompt to know. And so to know, this one is weekend, to know when your weekend, know how you feel when your weekend. Another one that I had the other day was, I'm trying to think of a good one, because, there's some that are just, you could take them in different ways. Bias. So I like to use words like that because, does it strike me immediately that I'm biased towards something, or does it strike me that somebody might be biased toward me in a certain way? Like, how do people see me, or how do I see other people, or decks, or art? So there's a lot of, pardon me, there's a lot of words that really compel me and make me write more. And there's some words where I don't have a spark for it. I don't have an immediate thought that just inspires me to write about it. So each day it's pretty interesting. It's kind of neat. So I have to know, and that's one word. I have to will is my second prompt, and usually I mark to will as, say, something that I'm going to manifest. I'm going to will it into being. I'm going to make it happen. Or I should think about how, if I were to work on something in particular, it would change my day. So to will, and the third prompt is to dare. So something I can face without fear, like I dare to think about hard truths. I dare to look at the news. Oh my God, don't make me do that. I dare to do whatever it is in the card that that sparks my intuition. I mean, if it's a tarot card or an oracle card, because I use both in my readings, and I switch them around through the week, so I can have a tarot as that prompt, or I can have an oracle card. It's something that I'll dare to either think about, to reminisce, or to do. It could be an action, or it could be a reflection. So to know, to will, to dare, to keep silent is a good one. To keep silent is usually something that my cards are telling me that the world doesn't need to hear what's going on about this right now. So oftentimes, and I've said this before too, it just tells me to keep silent. Like, oh, just about everything, Carrie, it's okay. You can be quiet today. And that works for me because I often don't interact with people. So, if I'm talking to my husband, that's really helpful to know that he doesn't need to know that subject, or doesn't need to hear about that part of my brain right now. So that is really nice. And My most recent change on the prompts is number 5 is who am I today? And I really enjoy working on that because, you know, I feel like we wear a lot of hats and there's so many places our personality can be directed each day. And when I do this in the morning, I start my day by saying, well, who am I today? And it gives me food for thought, and it gives me a direction for how to associate synchronicities and ways that I can identify that card with the challenges that come up during the day, how I react to news or I would say gossip, but just the things that are going on around me. How do I reflect my true self to the world as in synchronicity with this card? So that's my setup. And lately I have been writing in this journal because my art journal's not done. It's already getting to be the second week in January, and I haven't finished my art journal, so I'm a little disappointed in myself. But I've just been writing in this one so that I don't make myself too far behind on the art part of it. I'm so close to finishing. I just need to bust it out. I need to bust out my art journal. So I'll show you what I've got. And I know you guys have seen this many times. I pasted papers inside my art journal so that I could have a place to write and do art. This is one of those journals where it's kind of ugly art. Like, I don't stress myself making things look too perfect. Obviously, this is so not perfect, but it does show like either where I am traveling or the tarot spread that I've done. And most of these are images from the cards that I read. So that's pretty cool. So it's like a second reading, really, where certain things stand out and certain things kind of push to the back. And instead of it being a major arcana card that dominates the reading, it's whichever piece of artwork I fixate on for the center of the motif. So, is that right? The motif, the center of the design. So in this way, I'll just skip to the back because I have a lot of pages. I have stopped painting on these pages. I believe these are my last pages. And then I've got my sketches that I haven't painted yet. And these go, yeah, I've worked on a few pages since then. These go to here. And then my readings, okay, so this is where I need to fill in those pages. So what I'm doing is I have a photograph from every single day of my spread, and I go to the photograph and I draw the images in this book from the spread that I had on that day. Basically, I'm planning on just doing all the sketches and then going back and painting over the sketches with my gouache, practicing the layering effects of the gouache. I really love it. I've worked a little bit with watercolor. It is so different. It may just have to be a different book that I do watercolor in, because when I start working with the watercolor and go back and forth, the gouache behaves so differently that I really don't transition easily between the two. So this is my art journal. I'm dedicated to get done with this. I really, really want to get done with this and start on my January one. My second project is my mom, and there's not a whole lot to say about her. I'll throw up some pictures of us hanging out together. I try to do some videos with her, but I don't want to embarrass her. It's not my intention to make fun of her or treat her with any disrespect at all. So I'm trying to be very careful about what I do with her in the videos, but I desperately want to share her. Yeah, I'd like to share my mom, and so I may be putting her in a little bit more of these videos. I did one the other day just as a trial to see how she would do, and she was wonderful, but she doesn't really like to be in the camera, so she sits way back while I'm sitting straight up and in the in the forefront. It makes her look really small, and she's not. She's a gigantic personality. She's a very dynamic human being, and I love her so much. I would just love for you guys to at least have a glimpse of her magnificence. So she's my second project. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot to say about her, but I do want to incorporate her more in my videos. My crochet project, I'm only working on one right now. I do have other work in progresses, but there's only one that I've really been working on. Hold on one second. I keep it right here, so it wasn't far. It's kind of big. So I like to use really tiny yarn. Let's see. This is a fingering weight to a lace weight yarn, and it's cotton nylon. The nylon gives it strength. The cotton gives it the comfort. You know, it's breathable. Here in the South, it just gets hot, and even in the winter time, I don't even call what we've got going on right now the winter time, but you know, even in cold weather, it's still so humid that often cotton is just a more comfortable fabric. So hopefully I have a picture that I can put up that shows the shape after this is done. But one of my favorite things to do is to take 3 different cakes or skeins and blend them. So it's a gradient anyway, so as I work through the 3 cakes and the gradient changes, it's more subtle. It's a more subtle change with 3 different cakes. I really love the way it moves in color. So here we're starting to go back to the lighter colors, and here is the center. This is where the neck area is, where your head is going to go in. Now, the interesting thing about this shape, you may have noticed if I already put up a picture, is that it's going to be long ways. So it'll be a V-neck. Gosh, my janky setup. Oh, okay. Doing clothing is one of my favorite things. So this is going to be the V-neck, and then the long, it's not sleeves because it's a poncho, but the long arms, and then it'll be kind of short in the front, which gives it this cute little cropped look. And I should be done with this pretty quickly. I've got I've got this much left of the cakes, And, that's not quite halfway through these cakes. So the whole thing is going to take 6 cakes because it took me 3 to get to the middle, and it'll take me 3 to get to the other side. So I'm about 3/4 of a way through. Not quite. Maybe 2/3 of the way through. That might be a more accurate estimation. The other thing I wanted to say about this, because it is beautiful, take a look at the stitch. So they're pretty close together. I'll get it right up close so you can see through it, but it's a really nice even fabric once you've stitched it. This is a half double V-stitch, and I'm in love with it because it's so simple, but look at that. Just, I don't know, it looks different than, say, a single crochet or a double crochet. A lot of people do double crochets because it goes by quickly. I don't care about the speed of the project. I care about how interested I am in continuing it. So this one has been a favorite to do, and the edges are a little bumpy, which I like because then I don't feel like I have to put an edge on it. It has some interest. Anyway, I wanted to show you the half double V-stitch. You can look it up to get a tutorial if you guys are at all interested. But with crochet, this project, like I said, is probably going to be done pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I say that with, I'm a little tentative to say quickly because that it might seem like tomorrow, but that's not what I mean. But when I do get finished with this project, my next crochet project, I believe, is going to be another big heirloom blanket for the church's silent auction. Episcopal Church has been so good to me, and I really feel an obligation to contribute to my community, and through the Episcopal Church is really the best way for me to do that. We are losing our priest right now. I say we're losing him. He's taken a job up in Tennessee, so there's a new priest coming in, and I would really like for him to have an opportunity. I say him, it might even be a her. I'm not sure. We don't even know who we're getting right now. We have an interim priest right now, but or preacher, because I don't even know if he's a priest. Anyway, I'm so nervous about all this. Can you tell? I start racing because I get nervous. New people, it's a new people nervous. But because we have someone new coming in, I'd like to give them an example of, what I really enjoy doing. The silent auction, hopefully they will continue that because that's my place to do work for the church. But hopefully I can put up some pictures of my other heirloom blankets. I think I've done 3 really big projects for the church, and then I've done several baby blankets, crib blankets, lap blankets, and I did one year where it was all toques and scarves, and I think I had a couple of shawls in there. I really enjoy doing shawls as well. But my next project, I've just determined myself, is going to be another heirloom blanket. So a big heirloom blanket. It will probably take me, and I'm just saying on average, it takes me about 3 to 4 months to finish one. But because I'm not going to push myself kind of the way I am with this poncho, it may take me longer. So my project for the church will be due by the beginning of October, because we have an Oktoberfest event, and then the silent auction is during that. So that's how much time I'm giving myself, which is quite a lot actually. But it's good because I need to be sure to get it all done and to actually do what I say I'm going to do. So that's crochet. My tarot projects this coming year, it's all very tentative right now. I don't want to make any promises with my tarot. I think I'm going to keep everything kind of stable right now. I may switch up my prompts wording, but I think I'm going to keep everything rolling the way it has been rolling. I will change out my decks. I will change out 4 decks every Sunday, and I will use the same prompts, move the decks around in the position of the prompts, write about it, and create art based on the spread for the day. Until I make a different decision about that, that's how that's going to go. I'm also putting away these decks, like once I've used it and kind of gotten a feel for it. I have a notebook. I don't think I've ever told you guys about my notebook. I have a notebook where I write down the decks that I've used during the week. And then if I have any notes about like, oh, this one really stood out to me, this one gave me a very profound reading, this one's very chatty. If I have any little notes that that come to me during the week about a deck, I'll make a note, or I'll physically write it down into this little book. And so that will continue, but I'll put the decks away until further notice, until I've gone through all my decks probably, and yeah, and then we'll get them all back out again and like freak out because there's so many. But let's see, the last thing I wanted to say about tarot is, yes, this is a low buy, no buy year for me. I will continue to watch Kickstarter for creators that I am loyal to. And in loyal, I mean like I will buy their decks. I mean, if I like it. If I don't care for it, I'm not going to buy it. I don't need any I don't need any pins, and I don't need any coins. I don't need any, extra stuff. I'm just focused on, if I back something, it will be Oracle or Tarot cards, I believe. I did back a journal this last year, and I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I haven't received it. Okay, so that's pretty much tarot. Trying to think if I've forgotten anything. Oh, one more thing. I am going to start doing new moon and full moon readings again. Only because I kind of miss it. I spent the year kind of going back and forth, waffling between doing new moon and full moon rituals and not doing them. Not so excited to continue my rituals, but I will do tarot readings on the new moon and the full moon. Okay, that's all about tarot. Now I have a new project, and this is just blowing my mind. If you guys know Jenny from A Year and a Day, there was a time, and it was probably a couple of years ago, she got into Blythe dolls. And when I looked at what she was doing, I was really amazed, because her passion was building the clothes or sewing little tiny clothes for this doll. And I have to tell you, from that point, I really started paying attention to Blythe dolls. Candy is also a doll collector. I believe Angel from Feeding Your Soul, I think she's a doll collector. I don't really collect dolls. I'm putting that out there. I don't collect dolls. But I have seen some videos where people carve their faces and make them look different. than they do when you purchase them. So, again, hopefully I'm putting pictures up of some of these dolls. I have one that I bought customized already, so I'm not doing anything to it. I'm trying to remember. I think her name is Juliana. I put her hair in braids, so these little red ties are mine. I need to find something a little prettier, but she's a little cowgirl. And, you know, she's a posable doll. She can be put into all kinds of different positions, but I just have her sitting on my shelf. I could change out her hands too. Everything about her is pretty changeable, let's say that. I can change her clothes or her hair. I'm trying to find her little pull string. Her eyes change. Try not to jiggle too much. All right, do this again. Yeah. So to say that I'm in love might be a stretch, but I'm very excited about these Blythe dolls. And one, because they're beautiful, are, you know, obviously kind of my style. I like the little big-eyed girls. I think they're adorable. But also because, let's call it mods. All the things you can do to mod these dolls is so insanely fun. Okay, so I'm going to put her back. And let me tell you, I know it's weird to see adults playing with dolls, but I'm absolutely just playing with dolls. It's so crazy. Okay, so the doll that I'm working on, she had blonde curly hair. And don't let this freak you out, I took her hair off. And I dyed it pink. And because I used boiling water on the pink, it straightened it, and I love it so much more. Now, I have no information about this doll from before, like, you know, what her name was or anything like that, but her hair was really crazy, and I wonder if somebody didn't botch the job of trimming it and just decide to get rid of her because they didn't do what they wanted to on her hair. So we are going to leave it as this kind of crazy chop job, and it'll be fine. I think it's going to be lovely, but I'm not going to do anything else to the hair. I think I like it straight, and I think I like the color. I do still have the dye sitting out on the stove in case I change my mind and want to make it more pink, but I don't know. I think I like the pink. So that is her hair. I've been carving her face. I've changed the lips. I've changed the nose, and I've done some sunken in parts right here for the eyes. So I have changed it a little bit. I've changed the colors of the eyes because I wanted the eyes to be darker, not quite as bizarre, bright. This one is an original color. It's gray. I've changed this one. It was pink, and I put different colors in it with fingernail polish. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Okay, hold on. This is the original blue, but I also darkened it to make the, I don't know, I just wanted a darker blue. And then the last one, it used to be brown, and now it's like hazel, dark hazel brown. So I just really like the idea of having, this is my favorite one for this particular doll because it's got some pink in it. But I just really wanted something that didn't look quite so, I'm not sure, dollish maybe. It's my best word. I've got words today. So this is the only original eyes that I left in. And the other ones I painted. And I can put this together if you need to see her face, which is probably a good idea. Her skin is way too light for me. Like, I don't think I know anybody that has that light of skin. Hold on, let's get the eyelashes fixed. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. But I do get to paint her up, so I'll be able to put blush and, you know, some toner on her face to make her look more, I don't know, real instead of ghosty. um, and this is her body. I'm probably going to change her clothes because of who she's going to be modeled after. Let's see if I can do this. There's a little screw in here that holds the face plate on the hair, but it doesn't work that well if you don't have the back set up for the face plate. Isn't this fun? I know. I've gone off the deep end, guys. I don't even know. I got my granddaughter, but really my daughter, because these are not child toys. These are really adult toys. They're adult doll toys. That's a good way to show it. Yeah, I'm excited about. Like I said, she looks so pasty and ghosty. I'm not crazy about her skin tone, but I'm going to change that. But I got one for my granddaughter via my daughter. She's taking care of it. I'll fix that. And it's a little Asian doll. She has beautiful gray hair, and it goes all the way down to her ankles. It's so pretty. But Shelby's taking care of that doll for Elena until Elena's old enough to enjoy it. But I figured this one, I can just, it was really cheap. It was an auction on eBay. Nobody seemed to want it, which, really? It's not creepy at all. Sorry. It was just a funny doll, and I got it pretty cheap, so I went ahead and bid on it. So I won that bid, and I can just pretty much do what I want to with this one and then give it to Elena. I don't think it'll bother me if she breaks it or messes it up, because it was inexpensive and, you know, doing all of this kind of for her. So it's not a big deal, but it's a fun project, and I did want to show you this insane thing I'm doing. Yeah, can't believe I'm playing with dolls, but you know, I'm playing with dolls, so it's a thing. Okay, that's my dolls. Videos. So I have plans for videos. Since we're doing the low buy, no buy, and MA the Gray is helping us spearhead a series of projects where we don't focus on new decks, we focus on what we have, and we come up with creative ways to make videos and content that helps direct people toward their own existing stash. I have some ideas for that. I want to go that direction. I also would like to do the same kind of thing with the things I have in my house. So I do collect some things. Like, I feel like a lot of my collections are just complete the way they are. I don't need more. But I collect things, like maybe I've shown you guys before, my little Hindu and Buddhist figurines. I've got Durga, and this is Buddha. I've got, now watch me get this wrong because I'm confused about some of these. This is Lakshmi. This is Sarasvati. So these are my three big girls: Durga, Lakshmi, Sarasvati. I don't think I have Parvati, but here's Hanuman and Vishnu. and Shiva. And it's funny, Shiva's like one of the bigger deities in Hindu, but he's the littlest. He's the littlest idol that I have. I have Kali. She's a different color, but I'm just so glad to have her. And my very last one is Ganesha. I hope these are in focus because, again, my eyesight is so bad. But this is an example, and it's just an easy one that I could grab to show you because it's right here at my desk. This is a collection of deities, and I feel like this is complete. I mean, Buddha almost doesn't fit, but because I think in my heart he fits, in my practice he fits, that this all goes together. And maybe I would like to have Parvati. I mean, my nose ring is kind of my dedication to her, but I don't know. I don't know that I need her. I'm just showing you. These are things I think I could pull from my home to use in a video, maybe a collection video or what's in the box video. That's really funny. My movie knowledge. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. So that's some ideas for videos. Let's see, is there anything else I was thinking of? I had following other people's hashtags and doing VRs to their low buy, no buy projects. I probably will do some of that. I think that that's very fun and interesting. I've been using my posts here on YouTube probably too much because it's just too easy to post, but maybe I could do some shorts or, you know, just stay active in different areas of tarot. Let's see. I don't know. I can't quite wrap my head around all the things I wanted to do with my videos because I had a whole lot of ideas. I don't know if you guys get this way, but sometimes when I sit down and I start thinking just on a very straight train of thought, I just come up with all kinds of ideas, and if I don't write them down, I don't remember them. But let's see. That probably covers it. I'll go through my pictures, trying to put pictures through the video, and I'll say, oh, I forgot to mention that. Maybe I'll leave a little spot right here for the things I forgot to mention. A photograph here, and a photograph here. I'm so silly. Okay, so, low buy, no buy. Guys, give me some ideas on how to categorize my decks, because sometimes when I'm thinking about, you know, doing collections of decks or showing you guys collections of decks, it's always, you know, my top 10 or my top 5 or the best ones this year. And I think I would like to do more, let's categorize them as seasons, or let's categorize them as I don't know, artists, type of artwork. Yeah, let's think about like different categories of art style that they could be. But help me think of some ways to do different categories of decks. And that way, if I'm going over the decks that I have or going through my collection, my library of decks, it might give me some focus, some focal areas of decks to show. I don't believe I will ever do this is my collection because I think that would, number one, take too long. I think it's boring. I think there's plenty out there. Lots of people have better libraries than I do, but no, I have no desire to do a whole deck collection, but categories would be a lot of fun. Maybe categories of death, practicing, you know, death magic or death rituals. What would I use for that? Those kind of things. I just need ideas because my brain goes a little bit haywire. I'm not much of an organizing kind of human being, so type B, if that's a thing. Um, but that would be helpful for me. The next thing that I'll be doing this next year is I've started a new exercise routine, and I'm going to incorporate Tai Chi in my mornings. Crossing my fingers that I don't renege on this. Um, so I've already started my new routine. I was doing squats because those are supposed to be super effective, and they were just hurting me more, so I stopped. Now I'm doing crunches and sit-ups, and I can't do push-ups, but push-ups really help me. I wish I could do them, but my wrists are too weak. Not weak. My wrists are full of arthritis. Not weak. Weak bones, not weak muscles. um so yeah, my I can't do things with my wrists, so sit-ups, crunches, do some tai chi. My husband wants to do something, but I can't remember what he was talking about. He's going to do push-ups. Planking, that's what it was. I think I can do planking without hurting my wrist because I can prop on my fists instead of flat hands. So I sound like a total wimp, don't I? Oh my gosh, I just can't do anything. But yep, that's my exercising. Cooking. This last year I was really, really bad about cooking. I would get. Oh, I hope Keenan doesn't watch this video. I would get meat and just have meat and vegetables, like kind of an old-timey normal meal. And that's what we would have for dinner. Um, my son's vegan, and he's often tried to talk me into doing vegan because I'm very close to vegetarian. But last year I was so bad. I still don't eat pork, but that even has been kind of iffy because I had a dip that had some bacon bits in it, and it's so bad. It's not like I'm gonna go to hell or anything. It's just I'm saying I should be better about my dedications. But okay. Um this year I want to do a Mediterranean diet, and I would like to make sauces so that we can dip our raw vegetables. I really love the raw vegetables. The only fish that I enjoy cooking is tuna. Yellowfin tuna is really delicious. I like the tuna, and my husband likes different things like tilapia and I can't remember. I guess he likes cod fine. I can get the mahi mahi here, and that's pretty good. Like I said, I really like the tuna. It has a strong flavor. It's delicious to me. But the Mediterranean diet is kind of something that if my husband will stay in the kitchen with me and just help me cook, maybe if he could just clean the dishes while I'm making my mess, we'll be better about cooking this next year. And you know what? That is about it for my next year. It's a lot though. I mean, it's a big transition if I were to do it all at one time, but as you guys know, I like to move in slowly because it's more likely to stick. So, I'm sniffing. I'm so sorry. I'll stop doing that. So we've covered my journal, my mom, crochet, tarot. I hope I got all the things with tarot because that's a really broad topic. But tarot, the doll that I'm working on, my videos, no buy, low buy, and cooking and exercising. Um, I think that this year for me, I'll have to do the math. I think this year is Hierophant for me, for my birth card year, whatever. I don't know. I'll do the math again. I'll figure it out. And that might be a theme that I try to incorporate in some of my videos. So I hope this wasn't too boring. I do plan on doing a Kickstarter video. I do plan on showing collections of things, and I hope you guys stick around for some of this fun stuff. I have a lot more time now that my granddaughter doesn't like come every day. I'll have my mom here, and she is fine. She can be with me in the videos or not. She may chime in, and that would be kind of fun. But those are some of the new things coming up in this year, and I hope you guys have a great week and take care. I think some people are getting sick out there a little bit right now. There's a stomach bug going around here. I don't know how it is where you guys are. But yes, take care, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.